Hey YouTube, how's it going? So in today's video, I want to be talking about the rainforest fires that are currently happening in the Amazon rainforest. Before I get started, I do want to say that if you guys are looking at the pictures early on in this video, yes, I was in the Amazon rainforest about 2 years ago. I was lucky enough to get accepted to go on a missionary trip to Guyana. So we were in the Demerara Islands, and basically that is the end where the Amazon rainforest does extend. And we got to spend time with the Arawak tribe. Amazing people. We got to have food with them. They took us kayaking through the Amazon. They took us mountain biking and just got to tell us really about their culture and how they do things. Really amazing, warm, and inviting people. If I ever get to go back down there, I would definitely like to visit them again. And I would like to say that that was one of the most amazing times and experiences that I had in my entire life. And I can't believe what's happening right now. So before I get started, I want to go into the main story about how the fires got started. What is the main background? And I do want to say that I don't believe that these are wildfires because these fires weren't caused within nature, but these fires were actually set by people. So I would say that in this case, we're talking about arson. So let's go into the main story as to how this was started. So basically, there was a group of billionaires who wanted to establish cattle grazing within the Amazon rainforest. And this is actually in Brazil. And what happened is they wanted to basically clear out a lot of the land, deforestation, and they wanted to put the cattle there to raise beef. So in response to that, a lot of the tribes that are located in the Amazon rainforest sued against this group of billionaires. And not only did they sue against them, but they won the case. So in response to them winning the case, the billionaires set the rainforest on fire. And what's deep is what you think about it is that even if the rainforest is already set on fire, the fire is clearing out land in its path. So that's crazy in itself. In addition to that, I think that it's so sick that the things that people do over money, not only are you setting the rainforest on fire, but you're clearing out a lot of the diversity in species, and you're actually getting rid of the oxygen on Earth. There's all the money in the world. You'll always be able to make money, but you won't be able to get the oxygen back that's going to be lost. So I want to move into basically how was this discovered? How did we find out about this? I want to give major people props that have been posting on social media, or if you know other people that are posting on social media, because this wouldn't have gotten media exposure if people weren't posting on social media. And I don't think that people realize how much power your social media networks have, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you're posting about stuff, you're spreading awareness. Once mainstream media saw people posting about this, then they started talking about it. They started advertising it. Even though they weren't talking about the full scope of the story, they did start putting it out there. Please do your research and learn about the story because it is deep. It isn't as black and white as it actually seems. So I do want to talk about, keep posting things and then keep spreading the message and the word, because that's really powerful, and the more awareness, the better. And how serious is the situation? Is it just, oh, the Amazon rainforest is on fire, or does this situation go deep? I would say that this is extremely serious because 20% of our oxygen is received from the Amazon rainforest. That is actually the lungs of Mother Earth. Not only that, people don't realize that it isn't just oxygen, but if we don't have that oxygen, in the case that oxygen is lost, people are going to develop respiratory issues. Our air is going to be less clean. Just imagine everyone walking around with asthma. That's how serious this is, because if the air quality isn't being filtered out by the Amazon rainforest, then you're breathing in polluted air. Once you suffer from that, then you talk about water being dirty. You talk about if there's a storm, you talk about acid rain, all these possibilities. And I'm not trying to sound like a doomsday theorist, but I'm basically trying to say, looking at the real reality, what could happen if we don't have that oxygen. Looking at diversity in plant life, also you're able to get a lot of different plant species from the Amazon rainforest, which can be used for different cures. You're able to put those things in medications. So a lot of the things that we're already using come from the Amazon rainforest, in addition to a lot of different animals we would lose out on so many different species. I do want to talk about Brazil's government. So basically, if you also research this case, you will see that Amazon Brazil, their current president, he basically denied over $20 million worth of relief and aid from other countries. Now, think about it like this. If your own country was experiencing wildfires, would you deny relief? I don't think so. You would actually accept it. So that's another clue right there that these aren't actually wildfires, but they are arson committed by those group of billionaires. And then in addition to that, I do want to give a big props and big shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio, because he is basically grouping with a company called Earth Alliance, and they're working together to help people on the front line within the Amazon rainforest. And I do want to point out too that what we're looking at here is also indigenous people, people who have always had genocide committed among them. This happened within the United States, this happened within Mexico, and then we see it happening within South America. And if you actually look at the indigenous tribes who are currently going through this, and if you do look at the news reports, I know CBS has a really good video. You'll see one of the indigenous leaders, and he'll basically say, you know, people don't really care about indigenous people. People don't look at us and say, okay, these people are suffering, but they figure, oh, they live out in the wild, they're just going to deal with it. No, this is life as well, and these people have lives. In addition to that, they are the gatekeepers of Mother Earth. They are the people that are continuing to care for Mother Nature, and they're able to see the connection that we as human beings have with Mother Nature. And this is really deep, so I would like to say, to finish up and conclude this video, what can you do on your side? I would like to say, basically, you know, there are different agencies that you can give to, like Earth Alliance is a big one that Leonardo DiCaprio's with. Shout out to Leonardo. And then also, one of the biggest things that you can do is just to keep posting, keep talking about this, because the more that you spread the message, the more awareness that there is. So in the meantime, you guys, please like, subscribe, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Peace.